Hello, minions, and welcome to another rambling Wheezy commentary. Um, I asked in a recent Minecraft video which videos you guys are interested in seeing because I've kind of become, I don't know, complacent with what I'm posting. That's a weird thing to say. I mean, I'm still enjoying Black Ops 2, which is to say I enjoyed Black Ops 2 right up until I stopped playing it. And that's mainly because there haven't been a whole lot of people online recently to play Black Ops 2 with. And so I really haven't felt the motivation to get online and play video games. It's kind of this vicious cycle where I think people don't get online to play games because no one's online, and then people aren't online because no one's online to get online. And anyway, basically, the real attraction for playing Call of Duty for me lately has been playing with friends. And even though I really enjoy Black Ops 2, matter of fact, it's close to the original Black Ops for probably my favorite game in the series. It just plays really well. It's really well balanced, and it feels like it's focused more on objectives than previous Call of Duty titles are. And I don't know. I've basically kind of been not feeling it, and in my Minecraft video, I mentioned as much, and you guys basically said, "Hey, play Battlefield. We love Battlefield. Let's look at Battlefield." And it's interesting because I posted that video, as I normally do in the evening before I went to bed. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, you know what? Today I definitely want to play some Battlefield. I haven't played in a while. I think it would be fun to get back in there and, just experience those awesome Battlefield 3 moments. And there's another really good one in this game. But as I was thinking that, it just went flying. As I was thinking that, and I got up the next morning and I checked my YouTube comments, and it was like, play Battlefield, play Battlefield. And I was like, see, this is why I love my subs, because we're on the same wavelength. It's beautiful, I love it. So yeah, I've been playing some more Battlefield lately and just loving the hell out of it. I don't know, I got away from it long enough, I kind of forgot what I loved about it, and it's definitely more of a player's game than Call of Duty. Call of Duty, Black Ops 2 is really well balanced. It's not as rewarding to newer or unskilled players like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 are. But Call of Duty in general is a lot more rewarding to unskilled players than Battlefield is. Battlefield has a lot of recoil. Each gun has its own characteristics and damage models you have to deal with. And it just... Basically, Battlefield plays a lot more tactically, whereas Call of Duty plays a lot faster. These are all things I've talked about before. But anyway, yay Battlefield. Hopefully my strike will be expiring on my channel soon. It should be... it'll be 6 months since I received that strike in the next 3 days or so. King, stop drinking so loud. Damn dog. And if you dig around through all of the YouTube help pages on copyright strikes and this, that, and the other, there's one place where it says that copyright strikes may expire after 6 months if no other strikes are encountered. So basically, if you're on good behavior for 6 months, your strike may expire. And it's the wording of may expire that bothers me, because I don't know if it's something in their system that after 6 months it automatically expires, or after 6 months it goes into a queue and they'll go back and look at your channel and decide if they want to lift that or not. So I don't know. So and I bring that up because I can't post videos longer than 15 minutes because of that strike, as this is an enemy not realizing apparently I'm in their spawn. I can't post videos longer than 15 minutes, which infringes on a lot of the Battlefield games that end up. I mean, I've been surprised actually at how many of my Battlefield games have been less than 15 minutes, especially in like the rush game modes or team deathmatch game modes. But they can also easily go more than 15 minutes. I mean, you guys know Battlefield 3 games can go half an hour. But anywho, the point here is that if I continue to play Battlefield and get videos that are worth posting, because of course I'll still play it, but whether or not there's going to be anything worth posting, especially since not a lot of my friends are playing Battlefield 3 either, but Battlefield 3 is one of those that I can really enjoy on my own. But if I do, it'll be nice to be able to upload longer videos, similarly for Minecraft. But I don't know. I'm getting kind of fed up with YouTube in general, and a lot of the user interaction that I really loved about my channel has fallen off, and I kind of understand it because even as as the one posting the videos, I've been kind of complacent about my videos and stuff like that, and posting them, and I still do reply to pretty much all my comments, but basically, I can't blame people for getting disinterested in some of the games that I'm posting, and I kind of get that way as well. But there hasn't been as much interaction in the comments as I previously enjoyed. So again, one of those vicious cycles, self-fulfilling prophecies, where I there's less interaction, so I post less, which leads to less interaction. But anyway, I'm not trying to blackmail you guys. I just doing my normal rambling Wheezy bullshit. Let's talk about Aftermath. This is a Rush game from the Aftermath DLC, and let's cut straight to the chase. And if you didn't buy Battlefield 3 Premium, and you don't have Aftermath, this game's been out a year and a half. Is it worth buying this DLC? And I would say no. And that's knowing, I'll go ahead and say, I like the Aftermath DLC. I like these maps. I'm not a big fan of the scavenger game mode, although it's not bad. It feels like an old-timey classic FPS, right, where you've got to pick up your guns off the ground. It feels very, old-timey, basically. And so it's kind of a neat little switch up. It's, it's variety in the game, which is always a good thing, but I still find myself going back to the normal game modes. I'm not as big a fan of Conquest on the Aftermath maps. I just don't know why. They just don't feel right. They feel like I'm always running around through crap, and it just feels very disconnected. Rush feels good. It definitely feels good to play Rush, but not so much that I think it would be worth the asking price when I have just as much fun in the normal game modes or the normal maps. And that's where I find myself going back to most of the time, I mean, even recently, it's like, hey, I play some Aftermath Rush, and it's good fun, I enjoy it, but it's 3 maps, and especially if I'm playing an Aftermath Rush only, then it's just like, everything is tan and brown, and the other maps at least have some variety in color, there's some blues and greens, but this is all tan and brown, and I understand that, and I'm not criticizing the art style, it's just... in the background, my wife shot at my daughter. But yeah, then I find myself going back to, and it's become one of my favorite sets of lobbies, is the DICE lobbies that have the most popular game modes, because those are mixtures of Rush, Conquest, and TDM, and on each map where those game modes are, it's got the most popular game mode for that map. So it's it's a lot of variety, and you don't end up as much with game modes on maps that end up one-sided more often than not. I mean, I'm thinking of like canals where Rush can be really fun, but if the attacking team gets trapped on the carrier at the first point, then it just becomes a drudge, especially if the attacking team starts to quit out, and it just drags on, and it's a good way to empty out lobbies. But canals on most popular is TDM, which makes a lot of sense, or at least I think it's... Yeah, Canals has TDM on that. So it fits, and the lobbies stay more full, and there's variety, and I really love that playlist, that set of lobbies. Just if you're curious, but yeah, Aftermath DLC is definitely not bad, but it's if you haven't already paid into the premium package, boys, stop having gay dog sex. Fucking dogs, man. Pardon me. If you haven't already paid into Battlefield Premium, where you've got all prepaid for all the DLC, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't. I'd go back and play some regular Battlefield. I mean, the crossbow is the only really new weapon. Oh, here we go. Here's Battlefield moment. Get out of that chopper. Get out of my chopper, motherfucker. This kind of stuff doesn't happen in any other game. I mean, you want Battlefield moments, man. Battlefield is just full of stuff that you will never see anywhere else. Man, I love this game. But yeah, I wouldn't bother if you haven't already paid the entrance price. I've already paid for premium, so I feel like I got my money's worth out of premium because I got it in a deep discount. But if I hadn't paid for it up front with the discount and I was paying out of pocket for it, I probably would feel a little disappointed with this. So that's why I would suggest you maybe avoiding it if you haven't already paid for it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what will happen with Endgame, the last DLC pack. I haven't heard anything about it, but then again, I haven't looked for information. I don't know. It could be out there. But who knows? Maybe it'll be great. But I like the Strike at Karkan pack, which basically came with the game because it was a throwback to Battlefield 2, which is one of my all-time favorite games. I love playing that on the PC. But the other ones just haven't been, Armored Kill and... Is there another one? I can't... I think there was. Anyway, obviously not significant enough for me to think about, and Aftermath will probably be forgotten before too long, too. But the core game of Battlefield 3 is still awesome. The older DLCs that did actually... Close Quarters, that was the other one. Close Quarters. That was a good one in that it came with a lot of cool new weapons, and Close Quarters maps are fun, but... this one only comes with a crossbow as a new weapon, so you're not really missing out by not getting the new weapons. The maps are good, but not great. The new scavenger game mode, I don't even like it. It's not bad, but it just I don't find myself going back to want to play it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say about Aftermath. Download it if you've already paid for it. If you haven't, don't bother. Just play more Battlefield. And yeah, for any of you guys out there that are on my friends list, start playing Battlefield again. And for any of you guys that follow me on Twitter, or maybe you should follow me on Twitter, message me and be like, hey, I'm playing Battlefield. And maybe I'll pick you up. Always good to have squad mates. See you.